Big hello to everyone. So great to be with you all again, and I hope that you've been keeping well for this part of the year so far. I just wanted to jump on and give everybody a bit of an update about what's happening in the rental market, specifically in the northern coastal suburbs, which is where we specialise, of course, and just touch base and let everyone know sort of what are the trends that we've been noticing here at Pearl Property Co. Within the rental market and investors, etc. So first up, yes, we are still in the middle of a rental crisis in Perth. We are seriously short on rental properties for a lot of tenants that are out there looking, and this has kept our vacancy rate really, really low in Perth. So I think you may recall back in sort of mid-2020 when the vacancy rates were sort of starting to come down really low. Keeping in mind a healthy vacancy rate, they say, is around 3%. So since mid-2020, the vacancy rate has not gone above 1.2%. And in fact, this year we've seen at the lowest it's been in that whole period. February and March this year, it was 0.5%, and it has come up slightly since then, but that's seriously low. So a bit of food for thought on that. So what are the reasons that we're seeing low vacancy rates? We are seeing a lot of investors that have sold their investment properties. We have seen a lot of people migrating back into Perth in that period due to COVID and moving back into their principal place of residence, which therefore means that the tenants that were in there have had to vacate. And of course now the borders are open. We have a big influx of international and interstate people arriving and looking for rental properties within Perth. We specifically have noticed as well a bit of a migration happening from the northern parts of WA, places like Newman and Karratha and places Kalgoorlie as well. So we are seeing people moving back down to Perth from those areas, and we have placed quite a few of those tenants into properties in the northern coastal suburbs. We have also noticed that we have a number of people coming from New Zealand at the moment, and there's still a lot more to come. So they're probably two of the bigger trends that we have noticed. Of course, there are still people coming from over east. That's been happening non-stop for the last couple of years. There's been a big migration of people moving from over east to come and enjoy this great Perth lifestyle that we have here, and it's very affordable compared with over east as well. Hard to believe sometimes, I know. And so from that prospective tenancy side of things and the low vacancy rate, they're some of the key things that we've specifically noticed here at Pearl Property Co. Now, in terms of investors, there's definitely been a trend with the over east investors coming into the Perth market, and quite cleverly they have been finding great properties in the Utilise, Callaroo zones, and they've invested a little bit of money into those properties once they've purchased them as well. So we have found ourselves managing quite a lot of big projects in the last 6 months, renovating properties on behalf of the owners. So we've been coordinating trades, painting, new floors, blinds, and general maintenance, etc. For these properties. And it has proven to be a really good way to go for these investors because they have secured fantastic tenants and really good rental returns. So because the market is tight in Perth, that's not to say that as an investor you should just take the highest rent you can get and not necessarily do any work on your property. If you have tenants vacating, it is a really good opportunity for you to spruce up your property and keep the value of your property up, because at the end of the day, the whole point of an investment is to maintain it and increase the value of it over time. So part of your job as an investor is to make sure that your asset is being maintained, and that's where your property manager comes in, and they should be guiding you with what should be updated or refreshed in the property between tenancies. And that's definitely one thing that we've noticed specifically with these eastern states investors, that they are taking on board that information, and it's proving to be really successful for them. So if you have a property and you perhaps have some tenants vacating shortly, or you're looking to buy a property, or you put an offer in on a property that's going to be a rental property, I would highly recommend just taking stock and having a look at what you think may need to be done in that property. If you're not sure, reach out to the local property manager and ask them for their advice. We are on the ground every day and we know what tenants are looking for. And interestingly enough, despite the fact that we are having a bit of a rental crisis, most tenants we come across still have a list of must-haves in their rental properties. And a lot of them want to have a fresh house to live into. They're happy to pay for that. They don't want to be living in a run-down property and paying a premium price for that when they can go a little bit higher and actually get a property that's nicely finished and ticks their boxes, and where they can stay longer than just an initial 6 or 12 months to see them through, this immediate sort of crisis that we're experiencing at the moment. So while it's really exciting to be getting great rental returns on your property, you still have a responsibility to yourself to make sure that that property is being well maintained, and so that you're increasing the value of that over time. And in the meantime, getting the good returns from the rent from a good quality tenant. So some takeaways there just to consider. I hope this has been helpful. We have loved helping all our new investor clients, and we have the capacity to help you as well and help others. So please do reach out if there is anything that we can assist you with when it comes to trying to find the right investment property, particularly Hillary's, Callaroo, Sorrento, Duncraig, Padbury. These are the areas that we have a high specialty in. So please don't hesitate to reach out. We are more than happy to help and ready to help you on that journey as well. So, hope you all have a fabulous week ahead. It's another end of month. I can't believe it's come around that quickly again. And if there's anything that we can do to assist, we are here. So please do reach out. Thanks so much, guys, and we'll talk to you soon.